Why oil prices affect everything you buy oil. Three little letters. But behind them lies one of the most powerful forces shaping our modern world. Most people think of oil only as fuel, gas for cars, diesel for trucks, jet fuel for planes. But the truth is, oil is everywhere. It is hidden in the cost of nearly everything you touch, use, or eat. When oil prices rise, almost everything else rises with them. When oil prices fall, the world breathes a little easier. So why does oil have such a massive impact on your wallet, your shopping cart, and even your daily routine? Let's break it down slowly, step by step. Think of oil as the lifeblood of the global economy. It keeps things moving, producing, and growing. No blood in the body means no life. No oil in the economy means no motion. Oil powers cars, ships, trucks, and airplanes. It fuels power plants. It even hides inside materials like plastics, rubber, fertilizers, and countless chemicals. Every country depends on it, from the world's largest economies like the United States and China to smaller nations trying to grow. And because the world is so dependent on oil, its price acts like a heartbeat. When oil prices rise, the economy slows down. When they fall, the economy speeds up. This is why some economists call oil black gold. It's not just energy, it's wealth, power, and influence. Think about the journey of a single t-shirt. Maybe it's made in a factory in Bangladesh. The cotton came from farms in India. The fabric was shipped by truck to a factory, then shipped by boat across oceans, then transported again by truck or plane to reach stores. Every single step of that journey depends on oil. Trucks run on diesel, cargo ships burn heavy fuel oil, airplanes run on jet fuel. So when oil prices rise, the cost of shipping rises too. And here's the key. Businesses don't swallow those extra costs. They pass them along to the customer. That means higher prices for you. This is why online shopping delivery fees increase when fuel prices rise. Why food imported from far away suddenly costs more. Why even the simple act of moving things becomes more expensive. Oil isn't just about moving cars. It's about moving the entire supply chain. Let's step inside the factory. Oil doesn't only move things. It makes things. Think about plastics. Almost every plastic item you use, bottles, packaging, toys, electronics, comes from petroleum. Synthetic fabrics like polyester, nylon, and spandex, all derive from oil. Rubber, paint, chemicals, medicines, detergents, cosmetics, oil sneaks into them too. Even if the final product isn't made of oil, the machines that build it often run on oil. Factories use oil for energy, heat, and transport. So when oil prices rise, factory costs rise. When factory costs rise, products become more expensive. It's like oil is the invisible ingredient in every product you own. From the chair you sit on, to the smartphone in your hand, to the shoes on your feet. Food is one of the most oil-dependent parts of life. Here's why. Tractors plow the fields using diesel fuel. Fertilizers are made from oil-based chemicals. Pesticides come from petroleum products. Water pumps for irrigation often use oil-powered engines. After harvesting, food is stored in refrigerated warehouses that run on oil-generated energy. Then trucks, ships, or planes deliver that food to your city. Then smaller vehicles bring it to your local grocery store. Every step depends on oil. So when oil prices rise, farming becomes more expensive. Transporting crops becomes more expensive. Packaging food becomes more expensive. And when those costs rise, the price of your bread, milk, fruits, and meat also rise. That's why economists say, when oil prices climb, bread prices follow. It's not just bread, it's every food on the shelf. Meat, vegetables, dairy, snacks, frozen meals, even bottled drinks. Next time you see food prices jump, there's a good chance oil is part of the reason. Now let's put the pieces together. Transportation costs rise, manufacturing costs rise, food costs rise. What do we get? Inflation. Inflation is the slow but steady rise in prices over time, and oil is often one of the biggest triggers. When oil prices spike, businesses everywhere pay more to operate, and because they want to stay profitable, they pass the extra cost to customers. A farmer pays more for fertilizer. A trucking company pays more for fuel. A factory pays more for plastics. A grocery store pays more for shipping. Each adds a little to the final price tag, and at the very end of the chain, you pay more for nearly everything. That's why oil is sometimes called a hidden tax. You don't see it directly, but you feel it everywhere. Dependence oil isn't just about economics. It's about politics. Some countries produce huge amounts of oil. Saudi Arabia, Russia, Iraq, Iran, and the members of OPEC. Other countries like the US, China, and India are massive oil consumers. This creates a delicate balance. If OPEC decides to cut oil supply, prices can skyrocket overnight. If a war breaks out in an oil-rich region, markets panic. If demand drops suddenly, like during the pandemic, prices can collapse. This makes oil a political weapon. It can be used to pressure other nations, reward allies, or punish rivals. And once again, ordinary people feel the effect. Higher fuel costs, higher prices in stores, slower economic growth. Oil isn't just energy, it's leverage. When oil prices are high, filling your car costs more, plane tickets cost more, online deliveries cost more, groceries cost more, even electricity bills may rise. And when oil prices are low, suddenly people can travel more cheaply. Businesses can ship goods at lower costs. Food becomes slightly more affordable, and inflation slows down. Oil prices ripple into every corner of daily life. They quietly decide how far your paycheck really stretches. Now here's the big question. Will this always be the case? With the rise of renewable energy, solar, wind, and electric cars, some people believe oil's influence is fading. And maybe one day it will. But today, oil is still the king of energy. And as long as it powers trucks, planes, ships, and factories, it will continue to affect everything you buy. Even the renewable revolution itself depends partly on oil. Think about it. Building wind turbines requires steel, transported by trucks. Making solar panels requires manufacturing plants. Even electric car batteries are mined, processed, and delivered using oil-powered machines. So the shift is happening, but slowly. So why do oil prices affect everything you buy? Because oil moves products. Because oil makes products. Because oil grows food. Because oil drives inflation. Because oil is tied to politics. Because oil is still the foundation of the modern world. Oil is the hidden thread woven through the fabric of the global economy. When its price changes, the ripple reaches your car, your fridge, your shopping bag, and even your savings account. That's why, no matter who you are or where you live, oil prices always matter to you